Good evening. Family and supporters of Rebecca Hogue speak out after she was sentenced yesterday for the death of her 2-year-old child. News 9's Hunter McKee joins us with what some of her family had to say following the trial. Hunter.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jen. Hogue's aunt says she was a good mom. She says she doesn't deserve to have to go through this process and shouldn't be held responsible in this case.
I love her. I know you, Rebecca, didn't do this.
Yesterday, Rebecca Hogue was sentenced to 16 months in prison by a Cleveland County judge. Hogue was convicted this past November for the 2020 death of her 2-year-old son, Ryder.
She's reliving that trauma every single day, not just before trial, but through trial.
Investigators say Ryder was beaten to death by her then-boyfriend Christopher Trent, who took his own life days later after a search team found him in the Wichita Mountains. Prosecutors say Hogue didn't do enough to protect Ryder, and that's why she was convicted for murder under the state's failure to protect law. However, supporters of Hogue tell News 9 they don't believe this was a fair trial and want the law changed moving forward.
The law's wrong. It doesn't save children from getting abused. It actually stops mothers from talking about their children being abused because they might end up in this courthouse.
According to DHS, Hogue knew about Trent's past violence as he had been arrested for assault before. A judge says the sentence represents the remaining years that her son would have been in her care.
Unmitigated tragedy about what she went through and what her child went through, and there's parts of it where I would wake up vomiting during this trial just knowing what happened to that poor soul.
And Hogue will be released in 13 months due to time served. Live in the newsroom, Hunter McKee, Oklahoma's own News 9.